If you want to steer clear, please leave me alone. I do not have time to waste. And I'm not letting these other bitches.
It used to be a time that fairy tales were true. The king and the queen and all the pills were blue. But then the pill changed, the red pill's the truth. Forget the married life, I got better things to do. Stack money, travel the world. When you're getting it like that, you can pick out a girl. When you chase your own dreams, you can become a squirrel. As many as you want, straight hair. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before I get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. Next, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, Who is Anthony Spade? The link is in the description. All right, today I'm going to be reacting to a video of Brittany Renner responding to the manosphere as to why you can't turn the bad girl into a housewife. All right, before we get into it, I just want to elaborate a little bit and let guys know that the rise of Brittany and girls like Brittany is on the rise. This is pretty much where a lot of girls are going to end up like. And the reason why is because their souls are for sale and women are ruled by emotion. What do I mean by that? A woman will continue to do the same thing over and over again. She doesn't care if it looks bad. She doesn't care if it harms her. If it feels good, she's going to continue to do it. So if a woman is talking to you bad and you allow it, she'll continue to do it. But it's just not women. Everyone in the world will continue to harm them if you allow it. It's just that when it comes to women, guys are more forgiving towards pretty women. So you'll see a lot of pretty women doing a lot of bad things. And the reason why guys get so upset that pretty women are doing the bad things is because those are typically the women that guys want to give the world to. This is why it hurts so bad. It doesn't hurt as bad when you have an ugly woman trying and doing the same thing as Brittany. It hurts when the girl is actually pretty. But in this situation with Brittany, Brittany is winning in her mind. And the reason why she's winning in her mind is because the average guy that can't get her is the guy that she feels is complaining because she still has DMs of guys hitting her up. As long as guys are calling, women always have the confidence. That's why I tell a lot of you guys, women do not know how single they are to 11 o'clock at night when everything starts to die down and there's not that many people in the DM anymore. But that's for the average woman. For women like this, all they got to do is stay on the scene. She has been here before. Karen Stevens was the first form of her. All right, that was during my generation. She is Gen Z's generation, Karen Stevens. So if you want to see her outcome and her end game, study Karen Stevens. But today we're going to be breaking down the video as to what she responded to the manosphere why you can't turn a 304 into a housewife. Let's get to it.
You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Good. Because I'm both. You don't have to choose. I thought you wanted me to be a little.
You have to understand, man. She knows exactly how to feed into this. She knows exactly how to keep you going. Because to her, she understands fame. Women like this have already been behind the scenes. They've already been with the rich of the rich. They've already been with the poor of the poor. And like I tell you guys, the way women see it, the rich guy, the middle class guy, and the poor guy all tell her the same thing whenever they are desperate. Before I go any further, I want to give a big shout outs to Mag TV. And this is exactly, I'm covering it from his channel. All right, let's go.
No? Oh, that's no fun. I'm going to start calling people's opinions of me fan theories, because that's truly what they are. They are based in nothing but falsehood, projections, and judgment.
Women don't understand is that inside of their brain, they become one person. But they're not realizing that people are going to judge you based off your physicality. That's one of the biggest problems that women have nowadays, is that they want to look a certain way for attention, but they want you to treat them a certain way inside of their brain. But they're not realizing visual is everything. It's kind of like the more successful a woman becomes, the more materialistic she becomes, the more things she's able to buy, the more valuable she is. But if she's ugly, then she's nothing. She's nothing to a man. When it comes to women like Brittany, she feels like she has the power. Why? Because a lot of her negativity is not face to face. That's why I want you guys to understand. If you walk outside your house and everybody treated you bad, but they only treated you good online, then you'll stay online for a majority of the time. Girls like Brittany, when they walk outside, there's a guy that don't know who she is that's just gonna look at her and be like, man, she looks good, man, she's this. So she's always confident about talking.
Not too much creativity put into that. Now, I don't do apologies because I'm so not sorry. To regret anything I've done is to regret the awareness that I've gained.
See, she's not going to regret everything that she did because she got the outcome that she wanted. The outcome that she wanted was to be popular, was to be famous. What did she do? She used someone. She had a kid. She did all of these things. Now she has to portray that image for the rest of her life. That's the sad part about it. Once she starts getting a name for being dramatic, for clout chasing, she has to clout chase for the rest of her life in order to maintain her image. That's what she's not learning from this situation because she's young and she's still in control, but she ain't realizing that her 5 and 15 minutes of fame is almost up.
I don't like the sound of that. If it taught me something, it made me better. So why do I have to pacify a man to make you feel better? Because the difference between me and you is that I have more courage in my big toe than you do in your whole entire body.
Women are typically confident, like I said, because of a beta male blue pill world. When the average woman walks down the street every day, there's always a guy that wants to sleep with her. So as long as men want to sleep with a certain girl, she feels like she's smart because that guy's willing to give in to her because he's attracted to her. You know, it's like you see the ugly girl, you let her open the door, right? But when you see a pretty girl, you take that extra step and you may want to open the door for her. That's just how life is.
And anything that I say, just telling the truth, anything I say that scares someone off, I'm glad. Because that's one less coward to waste my fucking time.
Remember, women will always shame of man. Coward, you're broke, you got a little dick, you're jealous, you're hurting. Women will always shame of man whenever they cannot come up with the proper reasoning for their behavior. Once their bad behavior becomes normal and people keep allowing it, they do not know what good behavior is. So if you go against anything that she says, she's going to victim shame you because that's typically the only thing that a woman can do to get back at a beta male.
Bye. I stand on everything I said. I stand on everything I did. And if it doesn't work for you, then you don't work for me. Because I'm not gonna lie. Who are you? You only lie when you're afraid.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Who are you to me? What's crazy is there's a lot of y'all in relationships that are fucking miserable. And the only reason you're still in a relationship is because you tolerated being cheated on and mistreated.
In this situation, she is talking about women. When women talking about this, they're trying to empower other women to be like them. All right? When weaker women see women like this, they become powerful. They feel powerful. Like, yes, I want to follow her. It's the same way when a lot of you guys, you connect to the guy that looks like the biggest player. The guy that looks like he gets all the women, have sex with them, and then just toss them out the window. You attract to that because you're hurting inside. It's the same thing with women. So when you see her making these comments like, you guys are in bad relationships, she's right. But understand, guys, she's aiming to women.
let's get into it. A lot of you don't have the courage to leave something that's comfortable, something that looks good, because the unknown terrifies you.
I'm going to agree with her on that. And that's what separates the blue pills from the red pill men. Now, I'm going to say a lot of stuff to say this. She's right. A lot of you guys are afraid to go into that unknown of life. You have to go into that lonely road, that dark road, that going your own way road in order for you to discover yourself. And that's the part that a lot of you guys are scared of. And yes, you do put up with a lot of it. And women do as well. She is making a lot of sense here. But you have to understand, she does not have a brain. She's only reacting because she's pretty, and we live in a beta male blue pill world that just gives into her. When people stop giving into women, when people stop thinking that women are attractive, women lose all of their power.
I was there once, so it's no judgment. The right people will gravitate towards you. And it's just better to own your truth and see who's meant to be around. Because, sweetie, this ship is sailing. So if you want to jump overboard, if you want to steer clear, please leave me alone. I do not have time to waste. And I'm not like these other bitches that will just accept your crumbs. I need the whole loaf. The whole mother.
You have to understand how it works with women, which is why when they come down off their high horse, they always end up with a guy. They always say, I would have never fell for him. You ever seen a woman in a relationship later in age and you start talking? She said, oh, when I first met him, I didn't even like him. I didn't even think I would end up with a guy like that. That's how it is. When women are getting a lot of attention, right? They don't want to be with a man. They start raising their standards. This is why the PhD women, they keep themselves looking good, keep themselves educated, keep themselves buying things to make them feel good, and they just keep upping their standards. But they lower their standards once they start getting in them 40s and 50s, and then they just start dating guys that's barely making it, guys that's barely getting by, because the regular men that they thought they were better than eventually run on and see how shallow they are. That's what she's going to wake up to one day. You got to realize she's a young woman. She's not even in her 30s. She's just having fun with this because why? The new currency is likes and views. She's doing nothing more but turning on a character that she's stuck in.
And if that makes me the wicked witch of the ground, then I'll be that.
That's the end of that video before I can get copyright strikes. The video was ending anyways. But in conclusion, when it comes to women like Brittany Renner, these are the real easy ones to spot. The only reason why people continue to look at her is because she's pretty, it's cute, it's entertaining. When women are young and youthful and they can afford to keep the look and they can afford to keep what's going on, they're going to always get attention. But it's going to take you as the man to gain the knowledge and the maturity to avoid women like this. Watching them on TV, watching them on Instagram, it's all cool. It's entertaining. It's sad when you become one of their victims. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. And remember, if she ain't holding you down, she's slowing you down. Hasta la vista.
Pindo made it. We lost.